sometimes just bad luck happens to people. Just like, for example, my parents weren't rich or anything like that. So my mom to this day is on, excuse me, on a SSI. So we first had my mom's on SSI, and then my dad, he was going through up and down period with his career, and so we were a poor family. And we had 4 children, and so we pretty much had to fend for ourselves and everything like that. So sometimes bad things happen to good people, and so it's just that it could happen to anyone. You know what I mean? And it was just an unfortunate thing that happened, and so I try to deal with it the best way I could. It's really a good idea what Skid Row Housing Trust is doing, because it really gives people who are down on their luck another opportunity. You know what I mean? Another chance to get back on their feet. If they're willing to do that. Well, you know, when I first got here, I seen a whole lot of people, because it's different now because I've been here 8 years. But when I first got here, there was people lined up in cardboard boxes all throughout the street, and it was really, 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 really sad to see that. I had a friend of mine, and he told me about that Skid Row Housing Trust. He told me about not this particular building, but he told me that, hey, you can get one of those rooms over in LA. I'm like, really? I was like, yeah, and he was right. Because when I first got here, I didn't have anything. All I did have was the clothes on my back, and I didn't even have an ID, okay? I didn't have any of that. And I first got here to LA, and I went to the GR office, and they said I need to get an ID and everything like that, and there's this place called VOA, that Veterans Organization, excuse me, that's down the street here, and they helped me get my ID, so that was cool, you know. So when they helped me get my ID, I was able to go to the GR office and get a referral. Well, it's helped me to keep focused on my goals and everything like that. It's helped me understand that that I'm not going to just be bouncing the street just for no reason, okay? I mean, because there's staff members that's here, and there's staff members that's from Skid Row Housing Trust. If you have a problem, all you do is you talk to them, and they'll talk with you, and they'll try to, as much as they can, they'll try to work their problems out. Because I've been here for 8 years, so it hasn't been all peaches and cream, okay? There's been some ups and downs, and so it hasn't been like everything's been all just perfect the whole time. I've had to talk to Yvette, and I've had to talk to Sonny, and I've had to talk to staff members about situations and everything. But my point is that if anybody that's in the Skid Row Housing Trust, I mean, if you really, really want to get your life together, you can. Once you get into a place like this, it's your own personal responsibility to take the next step, what you're going to do with yourself. And so, you know, the staff can't sit there and hold your hand 24 hours a day. Especially my floor. On my floor, you couldn't even tell I was on Skid Row. People that come all the time, you guys, when people come to my room all the time, first they get here, he said, you can't even tell that you're in Skid Row. And you can't, because it's so quiet. I'm on the 3rd floor, which we consider the best floor, because it's really, really quiet. Now, I got a friend named Lewis, and whenever he's really quiet, I mean, he's more quiet than me, at least. I'll blast my music, but Lewis, he's just a quiet guy, and he likes me, which I like, because it's like when he gets hungry, he's like, Tim, you got anything? And instead of saying, well, Lewis, why don't you go out there, because there's all kinds of food you can get out there, especially on the weekend. Lewis, why don't you go and get your own food? But I don't do that because he's been such a good neighbor, you know what I mean? I was like, wow, he's putting up with my music and everything. And so whenever he knocks on my door for something, if I have it, I give it to him. And vice versa. And so it gives the person who's down and out a chance to come back up and get back on their feet. It ain't just the Simone Hotel here. We're talking about 5 or 6 hotels here. I always knew that, I mean, that you can be in Skid Row, but you don't have to be Skid Row.